Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Got a bottle here to review today that I picked up yesterday in Louisville, Kentucky. It is the Chicken Cock Miller's Reserve. This is aged 8 to 10 years. This is a blend of 4 different bourbons, 4 different whiskeys. One coming from Indiana is an 8-year high rye. Ohio is a 10-year wheated, 8-year wheated from West Virginia, and a 10-year double oak from Kentucky. This is a bottle that is shaped like Prohibition bottles. So very cool bottle. Has a little cap on top that you screw off that you can drink out of. That's all to bring you back to the Prohibition days, when the #1 prescription back then was for what? A hangnail. Everybody went to the doctor for a hangnail because they needed some kind of whiskey for medicinal purposes. So this comes in at about $100 retail. Picked it up yesterday. Had a couple pours of it already because it's very fascinating. Comes in at 115 proof. On the nose, it's butterscotchy. It's buttered popcorn. It's just got a lot of crazy stuff going on, actually. And I can't put my fingers on what it does. It's just chaos. And I'm here for it. It's just chaos all over. Kind of reminds you of a barrel whiskey, one of those like seagrass ones that's finished in a bunch of different barrels, even though it's not a finished whiskey here. So butter popcorn, butterscotch, some like apricot maybe. Let's have a drink, find out what it's about. All right, so got some cinnamon on the back end of that. Got those buttered corn notes coming through. So that's probably the wheat coming out, and the corn Mashbill. So the wheat gives it the sweet flavors, the apricot, some of the caramel, vanilla, and some of the rye coming through on the back end with a little bit of baking spice to kind of mellow out all that sweet and buttered notes that we get on the front end. It's just a lot of chaos going all over the palate. The finish is medium, short to medium. There's no bitterness, there's no dryness. So if you're looking for something funky and 8 to 10 years old for $100 is not bad. Chicken Cock Miller's Reserve American Whiskey is a recommended buy by West Virginia Barrel King. So recommended buy. Just a lot of funkiness going on this in this glass. It's very oily. It's got a good mouthfeel. It's got a nice little Kentucky hug. 115 proof. Probably drinks a little less than 115. Probably drinks more like 105. Let's go in for a second sip here. Yeah, it's got all your typical notes to it, and it's got all this chaotic Mashbill stuff just going around and around, and instead of like nice layered, it's just chaos in a glass is the only way that I can explain this. There's like so many of these notes, like there's floral notes, there's the buttered notes, there's the wheat notes bringing out the honey and the caramel notes, there's the baking spice coming in there. So the cool story about this, why it has 4 different bourbons, 4 different whiskeys in it, is because the founder of Chicken Cock, Mr. J. Miller, had a ship floating down the river with all these barrels on it that sank in the river. And so they wanted to recreate something that could represent what was in those barrels. And on the back of the bottle, there is a map of those 4 states with a blue line showing the way the ship would have came through. And why is it called Chicken Cock? Let's get to that point. Back in the 1800s, it wasn't known as a rooster yet. Every chicken was a chicken cock or a chicken hen. And when he was a farmer, so when he bought the distillery and created the distillery, he wanted to name it after his prize animal, which was a chicken cock. So therefore, that's how we get the name Chicken Cock. Later on, we adapted the phrase rooster, so now we call a male chicken a rooster, and the female is a hen. So that's a cool story. I love the bottle cap, you know, how it screws on. You can absolutely pour in this and drink it if you're out and about with friends. Very nice branding, very cool bottle, really good price tag, and the drink inside it though is so all over the place that I have to tell you up front that you're gonna fall into two categories on this bottle. You're either gonna really, really love this bottle, or you're gonna hate this bottle and say I never should have bought it, because it's so craziness that some will like it because of the craziness, and some will think it's just all over the place and there's nothing standard about it. Because there's nothing standard about this bottle. But who wants to be standard when you can stand out? And Chicken Cock definitely stands out. So cheers to you, Chicken Cock. I think you did a great job. I did some flights while I was there, and they had their standard flights and they had their special release bottles. Like, so they have this bottle, and once it's gone, it's gone. There will be no coming back with it. They don't make it again. So I did a flight of those 4 bottles, and this one I really, really liked it a lot. So I came home with it, had a couple of sips on it last night, having a sip on it today, and I would recommend, if you find this, buy it, try it. If you don't like it, you'll find somebody that does. Let's have another sip of it. There's a lot of typical stuff that going on in the glass. There's all your typical notes that everybody tells you all about, so I don't need to tell you about that. I do like that buttered note that I'm getting. I don't get that on a lot of bourbons, whiskeys, but I do like that buttered popcorn note. All these sweet notes are balanced out by the spice on the back end, and there's no dryness, there's no burning. I think this is very easily crushable. As I was sitting talking to the bartender that poured it, I said this is probably dangerously crushable at 115 proof. You're just going to drink 2, 3, 4 pours before you even know it, because it's not hot, and you're going to feel really well after having those pours. So there you go. There's my opinion. Like it, don't like it, it's up to you. It's your call. It's your money. Buy what you want, drink what you want. I'm just here to tell you my opinions on this, and there's no bias to it. And I'm going to be honest and upfront with you. So, Western New Barrel King says, guys, keep on sipping. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one, all right? Have a good day.